You have just watched an excerpt of a contemporary project entitled Stormy Petrel. It honors revolutionary women from Ireland 800 years ago. One of the project's directors is Ola Ryan, an Irish artist with a special link with Vietnam. And last week, she introduced the project in Hanoi, but through a different art form, a photo exhibition with a sound installation. And our reporting of Lake caught up with her to find out more. Thank you, Orla, for joining us on On the Mic today.
Thank you.
The exhibition was named after a bird, the Stormy Petrel. Why?
So when we were researching the women couriers, we realized one was called the Stormy Petrel of Liberty. And we were like, what's that? But why is it being used as a metaphor in this way? And when we researched, we found out that in the 19th century, that it was used as a metaphor a lot for people who were in the avant-garde and who had different ideas about how society should change. We found out that there was a poem written in 1901 by Maxim Gorky, which sort of talked about revolutionary ideas at that time. So we were interested in the cross-fertilization of ideas from lots of different places about change and how society should function.
I was strongly impressed by the video of the performance at the GPO yard. So why did you choose that place, and what was the most difficult thing to perform in such public place?
Well, the museum in Ireland for this GPO Witness History Museum is in the basement, but we were asked to make a project in the courtyard. We liked the idea of this space because it allowed us to make a big public sculpture based on a First World War acoustic radar. So we liked the idea of this listening to what's forgotten. And the challenge for us was creating a performance that would get some of these ideas about the women couriers in a poetic way, if you like, but would also allow the audience to feel some of that tension. So there was 12 women, all ages from 70 down to 18, and we performed it within the audience. But it worked really well for us because we felt that the audience got it. They understood the sort of tension and nervousness of the women who were afraid of being caught but yet still wanted to do what they were involved with.
These key moments of the performance were captured in 30 photos that were exhibited last weekend in Hanoi. They reflect the artist's imaginations about the women couriers in the Easter Rising in 1916, from the image of them listening attentively to the acoustic radar to a nervous but determined woman who swallows the secret message. These were all inspired by true stories.
Some of these women I knew personally, so I had met when I was a child. Her name was Nora Thornton. She couldn't find a man, actually, first of all, but the man didn't listen to her, no. And she was the longest to get back. It took her 10 days.
Let me know he'd seen me.
Sound installation was another medium used by the Irish artist. It was a poetic combination of the woman couriers' narratives with the sound of a Stormy Petrel and a historic coded song.
Know where I'm going, and I know who's going. It was sung by James Connolly's daughter to let all the people in the audience at a concert and to let them know that the rebellion was happening the following day. Perhaps it seems like it's just a little love song. It has all these other coded messages about it.
All of these stories were combined harmoniously and touched the Vietnamese participants.
Các cái nội dung mà họ đưa ra thì thực ra đối với mình là rất quen thuộc, như là những cái giao liên, một cái vấn đề tưởng như là hơi chính trị một chút, nhưng họ lại đưa vào cái ngôn ngữ của nghệ thuật đương đại và để cho người ta nhìn rõ hơn những cái hoài bão, những cái nhiệt huyết của những cái phụ nữ đó và cái đóng góp của phụ nữ đó.
The reason we brought the exhibition to Vietnam was that we have a very much a shared history between Vietnam and Ireland. We were both ruled by colonial powers, we both had to struggle for our independence, and women played a very important role in both countries in achieving our nation's independence.
Stormy Petrel is part of Ireland's various activities to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the 1916 Easter Rising and the 20th anniversary of diplomatic relations between Vietnam and Ireland. Why did you decide to bring this exhibition to Hanoi?
I have a strong relationship with Vietnam over the last couple of years, and I had visited this museum in 2009, and I thought that there was really good comparisons to make between the women in conflict on the second floor in this museum and some of the ideas that we were thinking about. There's really interesting things. There's 3 women in the museum, and they all use their scarves to hide messages. And when we were researching our women couriers, they also used their clothing all the time. Either they stuck it in their hair, and in that time they used to have their hair all up in a bun, or in hats.
Orla Ryan is an artist, curator, writer, and lecturer. She went to art schools in London, Dublin, and New York. Her artworks have been exhibited internationally in Austria, the US, and UK. She has organized 3 exhibitions for Vietnamese artists in Ireland, including Dinh Q Le's New Film Commission, a large group exhibition in 2015, and Chinh Minh Ha's solo exhibition. I know you have a special connection with Vietnam. You're a adopted Vietnamese girl, and you helped many Vietnamese artists to have exhibitions in Ireland. So when did that connection start?
Yes, I have a Vietnamese daughter, so that's why we like to come over here a lot, so that she understands her Vietnamese roots, her culture. And since I was coming over here, and I'm an artist and I'm involved in the arts, I got interested in looking at the contemporary art here and making connections with artists here. And there's such a vibrant community of artists in Hanoi and in the middle of the country and in Ho Chi Minh. Some of the artists are really successful internationally, and some of the younger artists are still making a name for themselves, but I think they will, because there's a really vibrant community of really interesting work here.
What is your next plan?
Well, we have this exhibition is going back to a museum in Ireland in October, and we're going to do a different component, so there'll be a moving image component. And then I'm researching another woman from a similar time in the 1920s who went to America, and she's an Irish woman, very strong Irish woman involved in feminism and pacifism, and I'm really interested in researching her.
Thank you for your time, Orla, and good luck with your future plan.
Okay, thank you.